Chosen one, hear this truth. The phrase chosen ones may sound like myth or legend, but they are not born, they are made. They are forged through trials that most will never even recognize, tests that are not physical, not visible to the eye, not measurable by any tool. These are spiritual, mental, and emotional battles, the hardest challenges a soul can endure. Few ever walk this path, fewer still pass, but those who do emerge forever changed. Life itself is the test, yet not all are given the same trials. There are levels to this journey, and the deeper you go, the more intense the challenges become. The chosen ones are those who face the hardest tests, not because they desire them, but because they have no choice. They feel the deep, unshakable pull of destiny, an inner calling that whispers, "You must go through this." It is not optional, it is not glamorous. These trials will strip you bare, push you to the edge, and force you to question everything, even who you believe yourself to be. The first test is the confrontation with the truth of who you truly are. We spend our lives building masks, defining ourselves by jobs, relationships, possessions, but this test tears all of that away. It forces you to look into the mirror and see yourself without disguise. This moment is terrifying, like staring into the abyss. Who are you when the world's definitions vanish? Who are you when everything you thought you were is stripped away? Many cannot bear it. They retreat into illusions. But the chosen ones stand firm, staring into the abyss, asking the hardest question, who am I, really? The second test is isolation. In a world filled with noise, social media, work, family, you must be willing to be alone, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. In silence, you confront your fears, your desires, and in that silence, you hear the voice that has always been there, drowned out by the world, your true self. Most fear silence, but the chosen embrace it, for they know silence carries truth. The third test is letting go. We cling to grudges, expectations, disappointments, dragging the weight of the past. To pass this test, you must release it all. Letting go is not weakness, it is strength. It is trust that what is meant will remain, and what is not will fall away. Yet this test is relentless. Just when you think you have mastered it, life presents something new to cling to, and again you must ask, am I willing to release even this? If you endure these first three, transformation begins, but the journey only grows harder. The fourth test is the dark night of the soul, a trial that has broken even the strongest. Here, everything you thought you knew, everything you believed collapses. The universe itself seems to ask, how much darkness can you endure before your light fades? In this night, you are plunged into turmoil, feeling as though the world itself is crumbling. Many break here, but chosen one, if you endure, you will discover that even in the deepest night, your spark cannot be extinguished. Chosen one, listen closely. When relationships fall apart, when career paths vanish, when your sense of purpose disintegrates and you are left with nothing but questions. Why is this happening? What did I do to deserve this? Will I ever make it out of this darkness? Know this. The dark night of the soul is not punishment, it is purification. It is a necessary phase in your spiritual evolution. The darkness does not come to destroy you, but to strip away everything that is not truly you. It is in the deepest night that your brightest light is born, but only if you can endure. Most fall into despair, surrendering to the shadows, but the chosen ones do not. They refuse to lose hope. They refuse to give in. They understand that the darkness is temporary, that it is a passage, and they keep moving forward even when the path is unseen. They trust that there is light at the end of the tunnel, even if they cannot yet see it. And so comes the fifth test, the test of faith. Not faith in religion, but faith in yourself, in the universe, in life itself. In the dark night of the soul, you must believe that the darkness is not permanent, that a greater plan is unfolding even if it remains hidden. This test is among the hardest, for it demands trust in the unseen, belief in what cannot be proven. Faith is not blind. It does not ignore pain or pretend all is well. Faith feels the pain fully, acknowledges it, and still chooses to believe there is purpose within it. It trusts that the universe is not against you, but working for you, even when everything seems broken. And know this, your faith will be tested again and again. You will be tempted to surrender to despair, to believe the darkness is all there is. But the chosen ones endure. They hold on to faith when there is nothing left to hold. They keep walking forward even when every step feels heavier, even when the night grows darker. So I ask you, how strong is your faith? Can you trust in the unseen, in the unknown, when everything around you is collapsing? The journey of the chosen is not easy, but those who endure emerge transformed, awakened, and free. And then, when you have wrestled long enough with the doubts and fears, you reach a precipice, the beginning of the sixth test, the test of surrender. If you have come this far, you have proven strength, resilience, and the ability to endure immense pain and uncertainty. But this test is not about strength, it is about release. It is about surrendering control, yielding to the flow of life, to forces greater than your will. This is the hardest test of all, for humans cling to control, planning, organizing, shaping their lives according to desire. Yet life rarely follows our plans. It moves in directions unforeseen, sometimes painful, sometimes joyful, always mysterious. The chosen ones understand that control is illusion. They recognize the greater intelligence at work, a force beyond the human mind. They surrender to it, letting go of the need to dictate outcomes. But surrender is not defeat. It is not apathy. It is ceasing to resist, ceasing to fight against the current of life, and allowing yourself to be carried by it. This is the path of the chosen. This is the way through. Chosen one. Imagine you are swimming in a river. If you fight against the current, if you try to swim upstream, you will exhaust yourself and go nowhere. But if you surrender to the flow, the river carries you effortlessly to where you are meant to be. This is what surrendering to life feels like. In this test, you will be asked to let go of more than just your plans. You may be asked to release your identity, your ego, even the very idea of who you think you are. You may be asked to surrender your desires, your attachments, even your dreams. And understand this, surrender does not happen overnight. It is a process, one that demands trust. Trust in life, trust in yourself, trust in the greater plan unfolding, even when you cannot see it. Consider how much of your life is spent trying to control, resisting what is, wishing things were different. What would happen if you stopped resisting? What would happen if you let go of the need to control every outcome and simply trusted that whatever happens is exactly what is meant to happen? The test of surrender is not weakness, it is strength. It is courage, the courage to trust the unknown. Most will never pass this test because surrender feels like losing, like giving up. But the chosen ones know surrender is not the end, it is the beginning. It is the moment you step into the flow of life, when you stop struggling and allow life to guide you. Surrender does not strip you of power. It aligns you with a power far greater than your own. It connects you to the infinite intelligence of the universe, the intelligence that knows exactly what you need, exactly when you need it. But to access that power, you must first let go of the illusion of control. So I ask you, can you surrender? Can you release your grip on every detail, every outcome, and trust that life knows what it is doing, even when you do not? This is the test that separates the chosen from the rest. It is the test that requires you to relinquish the steering wheel and allow life to carry you where you are meant to go. And here lies the paradox. When you surrender, when you let go of control, you gain a deeper control. Not the control of forcing outcomes, but the control of harmony, of alignment with the flow of the universe. In that state, everything unfolds effortlessly, and you find yourself exactly where you need to be, exactly when you need to be there. But this surrender requires trust. It requires faith. It requires you to step into the unknown without needing all the answers. Can you do that? Can you step into the mystery and trust that you will be guided, supported, even when the path is hidden? This is the test of surrender, one of the final trials the chosen must endure. Only those who truly let go, who truly surrender to the flow of life, will pass. And those who do will discover that life has far more in store for them than they ever imagined. If you have come this far, if you have passed the test of surrender, you are already among the few who have endured the hardest trials. But there remains one final test, the most profound of all, the test of awakening. This is the moment when you finally understand your purpose, when the ultimate truth that has been guiding you all along is revealed. The final test is not about endurance, but realization. It is not about what you can do, but about what you can see. It is the moment when the veil is lifted, when you see the world and yourself as they truly are. It is the moment of awakening, when you understand why you have walked through the fire, why you have endured the pain, the darkness, the uncertainty. It is the moment you awaken to your purpose, chosen one, and step fully into the truth of who you are. Chosen one, hear this. You are not chosen because you are special. You are chosen because you have chosen to awaken. You have chosen to see the truth even when it is uncomfortable, even when it shatters everything you once believed. And the truth you awaken to is this. You are not separate from life. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are life itself, expressing through a unique form, through a unique journey. The final test is the realization that every struggle, every trial, every moment of pain was designed to bring you closer to this truth. They were meant to strip away illusions, false identities, and egoic desires so that you could see the deeper reality beneath it all. That reality is simple yet profound. You are here for a reason. You are here because life itself chose to experience existence through you. Your purpose is not something to be hunted outside yourself. It is already alive within you, in every breath, in every moment. The final test asks you to awaken to this, to see that you are not separate from the universe, but an inseparable part of it. And when you awaken, everything changes. You no longer cling to control because you understand life is already unfolding perfectly. You no longer search desperately for purpose because you realize your purpose is simply to be, to experience, to express life in the way most true to you. Yet this awakening is not the end. It is the beginning of a new journey. Once you pass this final test, you are no longer bound by the mind, the ego, or fear. You are free. Free to live with meaning, with joy, with love. Free to create, to explore, to walk unburdened by doubt. This is the gift of the final test, the reward for enduring the hardest trials that only the chosen ones can withstand. And now I ask you, are you ready to awaken? Are you ready to see the truth of who you are and why you are here? The journey is not easy, the tests are not easy, but if you endure the darkness, the uncertainty, and the pain, what awaits you on the other side is beyond imagination. This is the path of the chosen ones. It is not for the faint of heart. It is for those willing to face the hardest trials, to endure the deepest challenges, and to emerge awakened, transformed, and free. And so the question remains, are you one of the chosen ones? In this age, the tests may look different, but they are no less intense. Can you break free from the distractions of social media and truly face yourself? Can you sit in silence without validation from the outside world and hear your inner voice? Can you let go of past failures, toxic ties, and the fear of uncertainty? The chosen ones are not those who walk an easy path, but those who refuse to turn back when the path grows difficult. Your journey will test your faith, your patience, and your ability to surrender to life's flow. But if you endure, you will discover your true self, your purpose, and your freedom. Are you ready to awaken? Follow the call, chosen one, for this is your path.